What's up, YouTube? It's Charles Jamabe, and I am tired. But I got a comment yesterday from Nicole. Um, Nathan and Nicole are getting married. Hey, congrats on that. Marriage is fun sometimes. Just kidding. But yeah, so Nathan was having an issue with his dreads. I guess they were just trying to do them, and they wanted to be tighter and cleaner for the wedding, which I totally understand because you want to look your best for the wedding. They messaged me and left a comment on YouTube, and then they had him send me an email. Went back and forth, and I was like, you know what? Number one, I'm tired and I'm lazy, and I don't feel like typing right now. And why not just make a video? Let's make a video, and then maybe this will help somebody else as well. So here we go, Nathan, Nicole. This video is for you. I could have edited this, I guess, and made it your names in, but I didn't know his name, and I'm not gonna edit because I'm lazy. So here we go. This is the video. Hey, Nicole and fiancé. I don't know your name because she didn't tell me your name, but so here's what I'm understanding. It sounds like you've had the dreads for 3 years. It sounds like you probably started them freeform because she said after they started forming, or maybe you did backcombing. I'm not sure how you started them. Obviously, I always say backcombing is the best way to get a nice tight dread right off the bat. But what I'm looking at here's what I'm seeing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just too lazy to type all this, and it's Saturday, and I'm like, nah. But correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm guessing what you want out of this altogether is to have a tighter dreads, maybe, or more clean dreads for the wedding, which, believe me, is very important because I did my own dreads for my wedding, and I totally get it. I can definitely give you some tips and advice. I don't use crochet or the hook or any stuff like that. But I noticed a lot of flyaways and whatnot in the photos and some like not tight spots. So I would try the hat rub method. You can use other things if you find something else you like better. But for me, I found that hats usually work the best. They leave a little bit of lint, but not too much lint. So if, like, use a towel or a sock or something, it can leave a whole lot of lint, and you're not going to want that. Also, obviously, I would rubber band them. First, I would palm roll them as much as possible. Here's how I'd start in direct order. If it was me, I would take the dreads and use the hat root rub method. Try saying that 3 times fast, huh? I'd use that method, and I'd go through and do all the roots. Get them all done. And as you're doing them, rubber band each one. So that way you're separating each one from the next, so you can get them all nice and cleaned up. Even if you don't want to keep it that way, it's just important to have it cleaned up in the very beginning. That way you can kind of get everything more even and just make it look tidy right off the bat, and then it's easier to deal with later down the line. So you do that, and then once you do that, I would go through and I would palm roll all the dreads. I don't know if you're using any kind of product or not. I wouldn't. Typically, products aren't that good, and I don't really recommend them. But we'll get to something like that in a second. So then, yeah, I would definitely root rub it all and whatnot, and then I would go through and palm roll everything all the way down the line. What's my cat doing? Hey, get off there. Get down. All the way down the line. Get these all palm rolled as best as possible. Then rubber band them, every maybe couple inches or so. So like there. So, keep all the tidiness in. And that's where I would go for right now. Keep rubbing, root rubbing, keep doing palm rolling and whatnot to try to get them tidy, because you said the wedding's not till August. So you have some time. Then, if we get to extreme measures, and I hope we don't have to get to this, but if you get to extreme measures, you can get real crazy and wild, and this is going to sound nuts, but trust me, I've talked to people, and I know people have done it. If you want the dreads to look tight just for the wedding and really tight, like nice and cleaned up and whatnot, you have 2 options. The first option, not as crazy. You could use a wax just to palm roll them down with wax. One of those things, I don't recommend it all the time, but it's like, it's for your wedding. You gotta look good. I guess there's 3 things actually. You can also try doing some salt water, like actually soaking your hair in salt water, like in the ocean. I'm a huge fan of that. Like when I go to the ocean, I always just let my dreads get all wet and soaked, and then let them dry on their own. You can use a hairdryer too, but it does seem to actually help. A salt spray, not so much, but you have to really soak the hair in salt water. That's the only way. It has to be soaked. If you spray on the outside, it's not going to work. Okay, back to the other option I was going to say, and this one's going to sound really crazy, but it's your wedding day, and you got to look good. You got to. I know this because I'm a married man, and I had to look good. Ready for this? Here's what you do. You take your dreads, and I would recommend, just to be on the safe side, soaking them first. Get them completely soaked wet, so they're just drenched and soaked, right? And you're gonna have all these little flyaways that are still hanging on, but the dread itself is gonna be soaked. It's gonna sound nuts. Take a lighter and go through and just burn off all the flyaways. And you're gonna be thinking like, well, that's gonna burn my hair. Yes and no. It won't burn the actual dread. It's just gonna burn the flyaways. Obviously, if you have like, big, huge, massive flyaways, like if you have like a big chunk that's gonna mess up the dread, don't burn that one. But if you have like little loose flyaways all the way down the dread that you want to get rid of, just take a lighter and go down and burn them all off. And then once that's done, just go like this, and that'll pull off all the little burnt pieces. Wash your hair again. They're gonna be a little frizzy after that. Palm roll it a little bit, and it's gonna be nice and tight. That's what I would say, some recommendations. If you have more questions, or if I got anything wrong about what I was thinking, let me know, and then we can go from there. All right, bye.